Every form you can touch, see, or imagine begins in silence. Not empty silence, but the silence before sound, before light, and before intention. And within that stillness lives architecture, a geometry so perfect that it holds galaxies together and guides the growth of a cell. It's the invisible blueprint of reality where energy becomes pattern and pattern becomes matter. Welcome back to Morphogenesis, the shape of life. This is episode 2, the quantum architecture of form. Chapter 1, the language of light. The word quantum comes from the Latin quantus, meaning how much. In physics, it refers to the smallest unit of energy that can exist, the building blocks of the universe. At the quantum level, reality is not solid. It's a field of probabilities, waves of energy that collapse into matter only when observed. This means that beneath every cell, molecule, and atom lies a sea of potential waiting for instruction. Morphogenesis operates within this sea. It's not just the organization of cells, it's the organization of light. Every living structure is an interference pattern, a standing wave in the ocean of consciousness. The body, therefore, is not built by matter, it is sculptured by resonance. Chapter 2, the field as architect. Imagine the morphogenic field as an invisible architect. It doesn't carve stone, it shapes probability. It whispers instructions to energy, where to condense, how to curve, what to remember. In the 1980s, biologist Rupert Sheldrake introduced the theory of morphic resonance. He proposed that nature has memory, and that every species, every form draws upon a collective field of past patterns. When something happens once, it becomes easier to happen again. And the same is true for consciousness. The habits of thought, the emotional blueprint we repeat, crystallize into form. They create the architecture of our inner and outer worlds. Morphogenesis, then, is not a static process, it's the memory of the universe learning how to express itself more efficiently each time. Chapter 3, the geometry of existence. Beneath the microscope and beyond the telescope, the same geometry repeats spirals, spheres, hexagons, fractals, and golden ratios. These are not accidents. They are the alphabet of creation. Sacred geometry was the first science of form. The ancients knew that energy organizes along geometric principles. The flower of life, Metatron's cube, the tesseract, all symbols of how the unseen becomes seen. Modern quantum physics now echoes these truths. The patterns of electron orbits, the interference of waves, and even the fabric of space-time itself all express geometric order. To understand morphogenesis is to see the body as a living geometry. So to understand morphogenesis is to see the body as a living geometry, light organized by law. That law is coherence. And when energy vibrates in harmony, form appears. And when coherence breaks, dissonance becomes disease. Chapter 4, consciousness as a constructor. What if consciousness itself is the prime architect? What if observation isn't passive, but the very act that turns waves into worlds? Experiments in quantum mechanics, from the double slit test to delay choice, all point towards a simple radical truth. The observer and the observed are one process. Consciousness is not inside the body is inside consciousness. When we direct thought with clarity, emotion with precision, and intention with coherence, we influence the field. Morphogenesis response. Our organs, our cells, our circumstances all reorganize around the signal we emit. This is the foundation of psychosomatic healing. To heal is to repattern the field, to update the quantum architecture that governs our form. Chapter 5. The Law of Light. In this architecture, light is law. Every photon carries instruction, not just illumination, but information. It tells matter where to be. Biophoton research shows that our cells emit light, not metaphorically, but literally. And in every heartbeat, every thought, every act of creation sends quantum light into the field. The heart, the brain, and the morphogenic field form a trinity of communication. It's light, thought, and intention. When aligned, they generate coherence, a clear resonant signal through which reality organizes itself. This is the quantum foundation of morphogenesis. Not blind evolution, but intelligence emergence. The universe does not build by accident. It builds through awareness. Conclusion. When you look at the stars, you're not looking up, you're looking inward. The same quantum field that breathes galaxies into existence breathes through your cells. The pattern of the universe is mirrored in your heartbeat. The architecture of consciousness is woven through your DNA. In the next episode, we'll explore the human morphogenesis, how this field of creation operates within our own psyche, shaping our emotions, healing our trauma, and guiding our evolution. And until then, remember that every thought is a frequency, every word a code, and every breath a new beginning in the architecture of form. This has been Morphogenesis, The Shape of Life, a production by the Seven Laws Academy and New Mouse Productions. Written and narrated by Joseph Ocean, music by Agar Studios.